Hello guys, so we are now about 7 weeks into university. It's scary how time flies and how things change. I mean, this is the first thing you'll see in my room unless you've seen the YouTube short I've made. But there's a huge change going on now as I write this, mainly the room. But I want to talk about this, right? So be sure to like and subscribe and let's begin. So round about 2/3 of the way into October time. Shumai. So what is happening with my university life is things are completely changing. What I mean by that is normally I've been commuting, so getting up at 6 to be in university for 9, 10ish depending on the day. But I've decided enough is enough, and I am going to be living in student accommodation, right? But in order to do that, because I'm late, I had to go looking around for available rooms, which I did. I went to 2 different ones. One was full, the other one was perfectly fine, so I'm going to that one. The one was perfectly fine. I'll be sharing a kitchen, but I'll have my own room, like a living room and toilet and all that, so all will be grand there. So I had to put a deposit down, so £100, all was perfectly fine, but I've got to change it now with Student Finance Wales, so they'll give me more money so I can pay my own rent, which I'll never have to pay back in full because it's a loan and part of grant. But yeah, we're changing how we go to uni. We went after we went clubbing, as can be seen in part 3, and after commuting every day for about an hour and a half, so 3 hours a day, either getting a bus or a train. It's a bit mental, right? But I decided that commuting was a mistake, because all I need is for one bus or one train to stop running and I'm doomed. So, if it's on the way to uni, it's not so bad because I'm nearer to home. But I could work from home or catch up, right? But if it was the other way around, I'd be stuck, because I'd be stuck in Cardiff, right? But touch wood so far, or even, is that wood? I think it's wood. I've been to every lesson so far. I haven't missed a single one. But yeah, if I was stuck in Cardiff, I reckon Mum could probably pick me up, but still, it's quite far, and it's not a viable thing for every single day. So, I mean, obviously, I could very kindly stay with someone from my uni class in student accommodation, but nothing long term, if you know what I mean, right? Because, I mean, it's winter soon, so ice, snow, it's going to be freezing, and that means that some buses and trains are likely to get cancelled. So, as I wrote this, I was in the process of moving into student accommodation. Now, in order to do this, I had to fill out the vast majority of the form the weekend before Halloween night. So, on Monday the 30th, is that? Yeah. Monday the 30th I had 2 lessons, but in between the 2-hour gap, I went to the accommodation and I asked what I had to do to get a room, right? But there was an issue which I don't fully understand, but it was something to do with my expected moving in date having gone by, and it wouldn't log on the system or something, despite having no option to change it, because you pick a fixed term. I think it's 44 or 51 weeks, I'm not sure, but they helped me to sort it out. I put my deposit down, I had to fill out a bit more, which I did, and it was sent off. Now I had to wait and hear back from them, but I also needed to hear back from Student Finance Wales before I could move in, because I would need more grant and loan in order to pay my rent. But yeah, I had to wait a while, and there's a lot of phone calls back and forth between me and the accommodation and me and Student Finance Wales, a lot of phone calls back and forth, because at the moment I only get, back then I had £6,800-ish, because I only had the grant, not the loan, right? And I thought that I would only need that, given that I was commuting back and forth, and you don't have to pay that back. But I phoned them up, and I had 2 forms to fill out then. One, to say that my living circumstances were changed, so I'm no longer commuting as often, I'm living in accommodation. and one to get my maintenance loan, which would help to pay the rent and the food and stuff, right? Now, I would have to pay back the loan, in theory, but again, not until I have a job paying over 27 grand a year, and after 30 years anyway, it goes. So, yeah. And as a result of that, I'll get 11 grand, about 11 grand-ish, when that happened. As of recording this, I now get 11 grand, but I'll talk about that in a minute. The few days, as of the end of October, I was stressing out the week of it, because I needed to hear back from Student Finance Wales in order to get the green light to go and move in. Shemai, so it's the 1st of November. All the old Doctor Who's are now, or most of them, are on BBC iPlayer, so that's really good. Part of the 6th anniversary specials, celebrating all that. But anyway, the main reason I made this is because I'm in the process of moving, or trying to move, into my student accommodation, right? I've had to fill out my lease ticket, I agree to all that. I'm not going to punch holes in the walls and stuff like that. I've done all that, great. I need them to confirm it so I can move in. But I also need Student Finance Wales to give me more money and loan. I'm entitled to, but I need them to do it before I can move in. Yeah, it's stressing me out because I really want to move in. So I'm going to be commuting all the time because I regret not at the start of the year, but it's fine. But it's a lot of changes. It's a lot of things I've got to constantly be thinking about, and I keep checking my emails because I'm waiting for 2 returning emails from both places. It was awful because I was constantly checking my emails. Like, I know I'm using my phone to record, this is only the screen, but I was like, nothing. Obviously not like that, but every like 5-10 minutes or so, it was stressing me out. And I was only like 70% sure that I'd done it all correctly, because I hate being responsible, I hate it. I'd never had so much independence before in my life. But all that changed on the 2nd of November. I had an email from the accommodation saying that I could move in when I paid the upfront rent and the back payment, because you have to pay for it even the time when you weren't there, because it's a fixed time you're there, it's a fixed period of time, fixed term contract thing. So to put that into context, it would have been the same price whether I moved in now as I did at the start if I wasn't commuting. So, a bit annoying, but nothing you can do. I also had my letter of entitlement from Student Finance Wales. It was great. I did some calculations in my book, in my bag, because it's a lot of money to juggle around. But I don't personally miss out. I don't personally have to pay any of it, because Student Finance Wales will pay me to pay my rent and food and travel, and they'll pay the uni for me. But I've got to put that money where it needs to go, if that makes sense, in order to support my university education. However, the rent that I had to pay up front was a bit more than what Student Finance Wales were going to pay me, because they were only going to pay me the little bit extra that I would have had if I was commuting from the start, if that makes sense. So they were just correcting that, and a bit of loan, because I get a little bit of loan per year, right? But I did have the vast majority of my grant left, so what I did do, I had to use a chunk of my personal bank account to pay part of the rent for a few months, because Student Finance Wales weren't going to pay me until the next week. But then once they paid me, that money I put into my bank account, so I reimbursed myself. So I never personally miss out. I just temporarily supply the money, if that makes sense. I'm not sure how to describe it. I know it's a mouthful and I apologise, but basically, I'm given the money, I just gotta deal with it. Basically, the accommodation said, yes, you can move in, there's a room. Student Finance Wales said, yes, but we're going to delay your payment. I had to pay part of the rent out of my personal bank account, but later on I got the money back when Student Finance Wales paid me back. Anyway, on the 2nd of November, me and quite a lot of people from my class went for a drink, because it was our last Thursday as a last day in uni for the week, because we're doing our show for our first module, which is a a children's play, which is still really cool. I love that. I was allowed to move into my room on this day because I'd paid the deposit and everything. I was given my little fob and some stuff to fill out. But I moved in, I looked around, but I didn't have anything packed. So here we go, we've got the lovely bathroom, the shower, mirror, my snazzy wardrobe. I like that. My desk with a spinny chair. A board I can use, drawers. I'm quite high up. I like the fact I'm high up. I like that. And then we got our lovely bed and shelves. Bang it. Now this night scared me a lot. I was overthinking. I was panicking. I was terrified because I'm a tenant now, and I was living in student accommodation. I won't lie, I couldn't sleep that much that night because I kept scaring myself. I was like, should I have done this? I don't think I should have done this. I don't know. I'm on my own, you know. And keeping myself awake, stressing out. In this series, I'll tell you how it is because I want this to be my honest and totally transparent experience of uni. Because when I'm older, I like to think I've been watching this back. I was not in a good place that night. It was all brand new and terrifying and scary and dealing with the unknown. I know I probably sound like a muppet. It's cringy. I need to grow up and all that. But I totally get it. Maybe I did overreact, but I did, right? And it was horrific. I can't see that in my glasses. It was horrific how I felt. It was horrible. Anyway, about 9 o'clock then the next morning, I was home. Saturday I went to work 8 till 4 and then went shopping at Tesco for accommodation supplies. Now Sunday Mum helped me move into my accommodation. As I record this, I've been living here for I think about 5 nights in here so far, I think. Now what we did on that day was we dropped off our dogs and one of my sisters at Nan's. And one of my sisters came and brought stuff into my accommodation. I had stuff to move in from Mum from the day before when we went shopping and from Nan. I unpacked all my stuff. So I've very much nearly finished. Here's my rubbish bag, my little key. I'm going to put them away in a minute. My lovely wardrobe, my t-shirts, trousers, socks, pants, you know that, shoes and slippers, all my hoodies. I tied them up by the arms, so I'm going to hangers, my bag. And the room began to look a bit roomier. I went and got some free stuff that I could claim with my bargains. So hang on. Some free air freshener and some food, as well as some bowls, plates and cutlery. I had to pay for them though, over there. And I unpacked everything away. So after about an hour, I have sorted my room out. It's all done. Let me show you. So my rubbish bag, my little key. I'm gonna put them away in a minute. My cupboard, got all my clothes in it, and my shoes and slippers. I got a hold on one of my socks. Oh well. My bag, all my hoodies are hung up by the arms. Probably a knot in them because I haven't got any hangers. My lovely dressing gown with my my spinny chair, very cool. I'm gonna be eating these for lunch. Well, that is my burrito. I gotta fill this out. Got my lovely TV, Xbox, little kettle, lovely calendar, my iPad, and then here's my shelves. Very cool. So I'm pretty much settled in. Here's my lovely bathroom, my lovely shower, and yeah. Then I had food, which was a burrito wrap, because I wasn't very hungry. I went live, I went to the gym, because we have a free gym, TV room, lounge and games room here. I caught up on my university work, and I went to sleep. Now, as I wrote this, it was my second night of living here, and I wrote that it was weird, because in a way, it does feel like my second home, like it's all worked out in the end. Like that first night, the feeling horrific and scared and all, it's in the past now. It's all worked, it's all, I've got over it, I think. Like this was a huge change in my university life, but I feel that this was a good choice because I'll no longer have to wake up at 6, commute for an hour and a half, so if I'm out of the house by 6:30, commuting for an hour and a half, so 8 o'clock, accounting for public transport could mean that the actual trip is something more like 2 to 2.5 hours because it's not always train, the next train, or it's not always like get the bus, you arrive, get the train or next bus straight away. You just have to wait for them to arrive, right? But now I'm over the road from university, and plus from this week onwards we are in 5 days a week because of the show, which is the living here is going to help doing things. It's going to help a lot because if I'm needed for extra rehearsals or something, I can just be like, yeah, I'll be there in like 10 minutes or so. So that's going to help a lot. Shemai, so just because I live in Cardiff 3 to 4 days a week now doesn't mean I don't come home. I'm currently at my normal house. My dog's playing with his balls. But yeah, I got both my dogs by here. It's nice being home for the weekends mainly. But there we go. I live in both places now. I can come and go as I want. And yeah, that's the end of part 4. I know that this one will have been quite boring, just talking about moving into a house, or part of a house, or part of a house thing. But still, it was an important part of my uni life, I believe. I'm sorry if my voice sounds a bit crap. I've got a bit of a sore throat, but we make do. We make do. But that is the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Have a good day. Don't forget to drink hot chocolate. Stay safe. And from me, it is goodbye for now. Time's gone by. I remember going there, and now I can never go in there again because I'm in university now. I've still got to pass it or go near it to get the train. But yeah, I had loads of menus in there. I'm getting old. I really am. I've just paid it. Seeing that much money going, it's not proper hit yet. But I had to reimburse my account because I paid it a bit early. But Student Finance Wales will give me the money and I can keep that money instead. So I've just paid it early. Then I'll take the money that's meant to be for this rent now, but I'll keep it because I've already paid it from my own money. So I'll effectively be reimbursing myself. Culture shock, that was. So let me take you on a little tour around my room. It's like 12:30 in the morning, so I'll be quiet. Got my bin, my little fob, my key, my mirror. Hello. Morning. So it's my first day having slept at my accommodation, having uni the next day. It's a lot easier. I had like 2 extra hours of sleep, and everything's ready because I need it to be. So here we go. I'm on my way now to go get my friend and show him my accommodation. Welcome to Cooking with Jamify. So, let's open up this tin. Today we're making spaghetti hoops on toast. Here we go. We just unhook that. I bought a special connector for my iPad and my phone. So whatever plays on the iPad plays on my telly. It's really useful for uni. It's really cool though.